Let's greet a few people here. I've got Lindizi Atmas. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly. It's Hebrew without vowelization, and it's not a common Jewish name, so I don't recognize it just from seeing it. And we've got Nick Pascal, Shalom. So JJ was actually the very first one to comment in the previous live chat, which I've now lost. So sorry about that. Yeah, I actually just moved the live stream and then everything went south. I just wanted to see the timestamp. So Saul Ben is asking, always had Olam Haba as the world to come, but living in it now, does it better translate to the world that is coming? Yes, Olam is world, Ha is always there in Hebrew, and Ba is coming. So, world, the coming world. And there is various interpretations for that. It's going to be something physical, something spiritual. There's a debate among big rabbis, and that's best covered by a rabbi, and that is why I will link up the description. I'll pop up the video link of the shiur I was in Aisha Torah Yeshiva. Bartek Dex, sorry, I'm very bad with names, but I hope I'm saying all this correct. But Bartek Dex is asking, do I wear a talit katan? So we will actually be covering talit in a later stage, but yes, I do wear talit katan. You can actually see it here. So this is the talit katan, and I actually wear mine. Not sure if you're gonna see it now here because I'm now checking the chat, but I'm actually wearing mine with the chaylis, and that is also a very big debate in modern times, Baruch Hashem. And we'll explain a little bit why some people wear their talit katan with the chaylis and why other people wear it without the chaylis, and why some people tie it this way and other people tie it that way. And that will all be covered in this course, B'Srat Hashem, in much more detail. But yes, every Jew is obligated to wear a talit katan. It's actually not a full obligation because the Torah only tells you to wear talit katan if you have a item of clothing that have four corners. So none of us really have four-cornered garments unless you are living in India. So there could be Indians on this channel. So for you, yes, then you need to put tzitzit on your clothing. But if it's not four corners, you don't actually have to. But it's such an easy mitzvah, so why would you not do it? So Saul Ben is asking, Saul Ben's got some good questions here. So Saul Ben is asking, can a non-Jew who is on the conversion process, can they tie their own tzitzit? So since a non-Jew is not really obligated to wear tzitzit, there is no real halachic issue with it. Tying your own tzitzit, it will not be tzitzit that a Jew can wear, because only a Jew can fulfill the mitzvah of putting tzitzit on his clothing, because only Jews are commanded to put tzitzit on their clothing. It's not for the other nations, it's only commanded for Jews. So obviously, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to remember that you tied it, because after conversion, it's invalid tzitzit. So even if you were to wear it after you've converted, then you will not have fulfilled the mitzvah because a non-Jew tied it. And you have to have, we're going to cover that as well, in the whole tzitzit section. But is there anything wrong with a non-Jew tying tzitzit? Technically, no. So, Landisi Admas, I'm sure I'm not saying this correct, But she is just saying thank you for the videos, and she had a couple of questions which she asked me privately. I think it was on Facebook, and she says I should write a book. So I make videos because I don't like to write, and yeah, thank you, and Batzlacha with your situation. I won't get into detail, but fairly complicated, and that is that's part of the whole conversion journey, is that often it's not easy and often it is quite complicated. And everyone, what I can tell you is that everyone have their story, and it's often a struggle. Nick Pascal asks, what do I think about Gentiles dating Jews? They shouldn't. I think that's a very short answer. There's actually nothing wrong with a Gentile doing it, because the Gentile is unaware of the law that a Jew can't marry a Gentile. So I would say the blame is firmly on the Jew for, number one, entertaining this with the non-Jew, the Gentile, and leading them on and giving them a false idea of hope that one day they'll get married. And many Jews, even secular Jews, many of them don't marry out because of the grandfather or grandmother and the Holocaust. And so I think it's terrible for a Jew to even get involved in that situation. There's exceptions, obviously, if the girl is looking to convert, or, it's still not allowed, but then there's room to maneuver, as we say. So Ben just saying thanks for answering his question. It's my pleasure. Sorry for missing all the other comments. Someone actually asked in the comment section that I did notice in the previous comments that I unfortunately destroyed. So someone asked me, am I a rabbi? So I'm not sure if I said that, and if I did not, I do apologize. But I am mamash not a rabbi. I did converted for 5 years, and I've been an Orthodox Jew for 4 years. That study quite a bit. I'm not a rabbi. The word rabbi actually means teacher, and we're actually all teachers. Life is a teacher. But no, I do not have shmicha. I do not pretend to have shmicha. I don't put rabbi anywhere in my title, chas v'shalom. And no, I'm not a rabbi. JJ is asking, he is living within an hour's walking distance. I'm not sure what's the RCA sponsored shul. Maybe please, JJ, if you can clarify that, will be great. Should I move within 15 to 30 minutes walking distance of it before I reach out to the local rabbi? What should come first? So you're living an hour walking distance away. I'm not sure how old you are, your physical condition, but if you can walk an hour, then technically you could tell him, look, I can walk to shul, it's far. And the rabbi might tell you it's not realistic to every Shabbos for Shachris walk to shul and back, on Shabbos for Mariv, the evening prayer, to walk to shul and back. Technically you could Uber there before Shabbos, go to synagogue and then walk back. So there's ways around it. Also in Shachris, you could walk in Shachris of Shabbos, the morning service, to shul. Now you walk to shul and you stay there the whole day. You learn in synagogue, you attend mincha, sudash shit. Then Shabbos comes out and you Uber back. That way you actually don't walk that much. And the same with festivals. So there's always a way out. Just are you willing to do it? I wouldn't, to be very honest. I wouldn't walk an hour. So I think, JJ, just to get the whole question out. So it's obviously better to stay even closer than that, but if that is a place that you found that's reasonably priced and you can work it out with the rabbi and you're happy to walk the hour, there is no halachic problem with that. Obviously you can't carry, that will most likely be outside of an Eruv, which we will also cover in this course. Sure, I can't get that name out. Bartek Dex. He's asking, do I study Hasidic books? So we are going to cover different streams in Judaism. But yes, I do own the Tanya. I have done a bit of Tanya. I've actually studied in Chavruta a little bit with someone that I'm very close with. And he's a Chabadnik, so I do study a little bit of Hasidic works. This will also be in the course, but it's all Judaism at the end of the day, you know, so we shouldn't definitely not study something because we don't believe in that particular way. There's things that I like more. I'm very black and white. I like halachic works, the Mishneh Torah, the Talmud, the Orlo, the Ramban, Nachmanides, his commentary on the Chumash. I'm a very literal person. I do come from a medical background. I'm in a medical profession. So I like things more clear-cut, and Chassidut is a little bit too airy-fairy for me. And that's just probably because I don't connect to it. And there's many people that absolutely love Chassidut. And Baruch Hashem, that there is a space where they can feel welcome, and there's a space where I can feel welcome. I think that's how we should look at that. So JJ is asking another question. Any thoughts on converts going to Chabad centers to start learning? So I can tell you that Chabad does not accept converts. You can't convert Chabad, for example. So you can convert Orthodox and then turn out to be Chabad. I actually know 2 converts from Cape Town. Well, one is from Cape Town, one is from PE that I know very well. And both of them converted Ashkenazi. That's how you convert in South Africa. And both of them are now fully Chabad. The one guy is actually in America. He's found himself a little shidduch in America, and he is getting B'ezrat Hashem, B'shat Tovah. He's getting married soon. And he's a full Chabadnik. And then I'm very close with another Afrikaans guy living here in Renana. And he also converted Ashkenazi. And he is also a full Chabadnik. Kapota, the hat, everything. So if they let you learn with them, why not? So Nick Pascal is just saying thank you for the answer about the old Gentile marrying a Jew or dating a Jew, and he's saying that is at his church. Look, it happens. Jews are not perfect. Happens. So Saul Ben is asking, I gotta go soon, but Saul Ben is asking, what is your favorite prayer to have a potential convert learn? Favorite prayer? I don't think there's anything like a favorite prayer. There's prayers that you connect with, and we will in this course obviously go into prayer quite a lot. We'll cover that in detail because that's very much part of the conversion program. Look, one of the first prayers that I learned was the Amidah. So I do the Amidah in Hebrew, I do the Shema in Hebrew, and I do now quite almost everything in Hebrew. But there's actually a section in Shacharis that I quite connect to. So I'll actually read it for you. Also, I'll show you that you need to be able to find your way around the Siddur. Actually, I use a bigger one, but this is now a smaller one. Just have handy. So I'll do it in English. It's on page 27 in the Article Siddur. Always may a person be God-fearing in private and in public, acknowledging the truth, speaking the truth within his heart, and arising early and proclaiming Master the worlds, not in the merit of our righteousness do we cast our supplication before you, but in the merit of your abundant mercy. What are we? What is our life? What is our kindness? What is our righteousness? What is our salvation? What is our strength? What is our might? What can we say before you, Hashem, our God and the God of our forefathers? Are not all the mighty like nothing before you? So that's by far my favorite. So I guess I do have a favorite. The lonely Bedouin is asking, do I know what's the conversion process in Israel? I indeed do. So I've done quite a lot of research on that. I'm actually meeting with a rabbi next week. I will be interviewing this rabbi that does conversions in Israel, and I'll also be making a video about converting in Israel, and that would be answering all your questions. If you want the answer off the bat, you can check out Machon Meir, which is a yeshiva mainly for converts. Oh, so JJ just clarified that RCA is the Rabbinic Council of America, and apparently, according to JJ, they are recognized by the state of Israel, by the Rabbinate, as we call them. So if they're recognized by the Rabbinate, then definitely go with them. So Nick Pascal is asking, what form of Judaism do you think is close to Catholicism? So Catholicism we're going to cover that in the religions, but they have a very strong 3-in-1 concept. They actually have 4 if you're honest with Mary. The statues everywhere. And there is nothing in Judaism close to Catholicism. Baruch Hashem, because in Judaism you can't have any idols. So in Catholicism, more than I think in any other religion, probably other than Hinduism and Buddhism, there's a lot of images, which is very problematic. Thanks everyone for joining. We will be back next week, Tuesday at 7. Then we will continue the overview, and hopefully by next week we will finish it. The next week, B'ezrat Hashem, it will all be in one stream. And next week we'll keep it to the time as well, because we did go a little bit over, but that was 100% my mistake. So I wish you all the best. May you all continue to be blessed in everything that you do.